Last time I did this, I swore that my phone was in landscape, not portrait, but that's okay. If you are watching the replay, do hashtag replay. And I'm really excited that you're joining me here on my live. I'm going to do my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I know it's a little late. I know it's a little late, but I'm sorry. I run a business. Things get out of hand. Things get out of control. I get behind schedule, and it is what it is. But I have good intentions, and here I am. But if you are watching the replay, I'm gonna kind of just hang out here for a minute until I see that somebody hops on and joins, so I can kind of chit chat. Yeah. So I want to do that. I want to answer some questions that you guys might have after I pull the giveaway. And then I do want to touch base about Jobber really quick, because I've got to let you guys in on a little, it's not a secret, but you guys will be the first to know, anybody that joins me live. And I see that we have 2 people. So let me see who has joined. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Michael. What's been going on? You live in Ohio, right? I think I remember you live in Ohio. How has that been treating you? Last Sunday, I went to Launcherpreneur Alive, and we started to get some snow. We got accumulation on the grass, but we did not get any accumulation on the sidewalks, which thank goodness, because we're a little bit behind schedule when it comes to snow removal. We offer snow removal. I don't personally do it, but I have somebody that does it. And we don't have the plow ready to rock and roll yet. So I was like, this better not stick, because I am behind schedule right now on a whole bunch of everything. Hey, Sean. What's up? Thanks for joining. Sean owns Dirty Deeds Downriver. Isn't that the coolest name? He owns a poop scooping company. I love it. Not much snow here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any snow for a little bit, but I've been getting quotes on snow removal because that's like a separate type of insurance. The first quote I got was $3,500 for the season. $3,500. I was like, oh, no, thank you. Can we do better? So the agent, which he's amazing, he really did some work, and he said he'll contact me on Monday because he found something that was like half the price. So that's cool. And sorry, I have 2 beverages here. I have water and I have coffee. Water and coffee. Before this live, I was really tired, so I laid down for like 2 hours. Have you ever laid down to take a nap and you wake up, you don't know what day it is, you're thirsty, you're like still lethargic, you're like, what's going on? That was me, like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. That's the reason why I got on kind of late, because I was all trying to like figure out what was going on. I was like, oh my gosh, did I oversleep? Done dirt cheap. There you go. Your prices aren't cheap though. You're priced well. You have very good pricing, Sean. Oh, my dog's at the door. Of course she's gonna do that. You're rocking about 165 weekly customers. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And you're doing that all by yourself right now. I know you're making some good money. That's awesome. I love it. All right, so how many people do you think, like hold on a second. Let me let this dog in. I'll be right back. Don't knock over my table. Okay, I'm back. My dog's a diva. All right, you love your biz. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Donna? Man, Donna's been here since the beginning. Donna, the OG baby. So freaking cold and windy tonight in CT. Oh, I can't remember what CT is. Felt like summer yesterday. Rode the motorcycle past Christmas lights. What season is this? It's crazy right now. We felt the same way. Like, it was super warm. and then it got really cold, and then it got like cold and rainy. So in my truck, first of all, here in Michigan, I have to wear rain boots. Okay, Connecticut. At least it's not that other one that starts with an M that I can't pronounce. If you were on my first live, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah, I have to have rain boots because all of the backyards are so soggy that when you're walking on them, it feels like a waterbed. And I made the mistake of not wearing my rain boots the other day because I was like, oh, it hasn't really rained in a few days. It'll be fine. No, my feet were freaking so soggy. So I always got the rain boots on. Yeah. I need to be better about my abbreviations. All right, and then while I wait, I don't know how much longer I'm going to wait to do this drawing. I'm obviously going to have to post this. I want you guys to ask some questions. If you have any specific questions that you think I can answer here. I do see that you guys answer stuff or you ask stuff in the comments, and sometimes it's really hard for me to respond back via like text message or written. So doing this face-to-face is actually a lot better for me. And I'm not really the best about getting those videos out, which I'm gonna get better about that. So go ahead, drop some comments down. I have a little notebook here. I'm gonna write that stuff down. And that's that. This live is going to be like low energy because I don't have a lot of energy right now. I've been waking up at 5:30 a.m. If you don't know, that's very difficult for me. That's something that I've really struggled with. And my Canadian friend, my Canadian scooper friend, she wakes up so early. I always joke around. I tell her she wakes up before Jesus. And she gets so much stuff done. Like so much stuff. She gets her scooping done. She gets her other business done. She's able to clean her house. She's able to hang out with her husband. She's able to walk both of her dogs. She does all of her chores. She waters her plants. She's basically a superwoman. I'm like, I don't understand how you do it. It's because she wakes up early. So on Monday, you guys, my dog literally just farted. Job, I'm gonna need for you to get out of here. You're so disrespectful. Oh, where was I at with that? So Monday morning, I decided I was gonna really make the change. So I've been getting up every morning and going to the gym. And in Jobber, I have my Jobber app on my phone. I have two phones. Two phones. This is my business phone. I've been putting my workouts, I've been putting all of my tasks and everything that I need to do throughout the day in Jobber along with my jobs. Because I'm in Jobber every single day. Like, I'm in it every day. So I'm always looking at that stuff. So that is actually helping me stay focused. Because when I write stuff down in another calendar, out of sight, out of mind, I'm not doing it. You get up at 3 a.m. to let the dogs out and feed them. So are you up? Do you stay up after that? Or you just get up for a little bit, let them out, and then go back to sleep? What time do you go to bed? That's something that I really struggled with. For those of you that don't know, I used to work at U of M hospital. I don't know if I've ever actually said the hospital I worked at. And I got moved to day shift, and sometimes I had to work the 6:30 a.m. shift, which means I had to leave my house at 5, which means I had to get up at 4 a.m. Let me tell you, it didn't last very long. Nope. I had to move to midnights because they were going to terminate me if I didn't pull my stuff together. At 6 a.m. to 4. Yeah, a lot of people love it. A lot of people are morning people. I'm not, but I'm trying to be. And they say you just keep working on it. And what is it, like 90 days or something like that? You develop the habit. So I guess I'll check back in with you guys in 90 days and let you know if my habit's formed. If that's that. But, all right. This is what I want to do. I want to do this drawing really quick. So basically what I did is I went through the post where I talked about the qualifications for the drawing. I checked everything and I put them inside of here, and I'm going to draw it live. Moving forward, I'm going to do this differently because I'm going to do other giveaways, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I got to look to see what the other YouTubers do and what the most efficient way is. But this This is how we're gonna do it. Ooh, Kelly's on. What's up, Kelly? Okay. Sean was excited to retire in January. Sean, when you told me that you retired from your other job, I was seriously so proud of you. I was like excited. I was like, yes, he's going all in on himself. He's freaking doing this. He's got like 100, what is it, 167, 164 customers, doing it himself, making fat cash. I love it. It gets me so amped up. I just love it. All right. Kelly, you're back on that Optavia for you. Yeah, I like the Optavia. It was nice. I'm a snacker, but this is what the issue is. And so I have those clear braces, which I don't have them in right now. So guess what? I can't actually snack when I'm out and about because I have to brush my teeth. I have to floss. I got to do all the things. And I mean, I do snack, but I can't snack every 2 hours because it would just be too much brushing. All right. How did you used to scoop when you had a normal people non-poop job? By the time I get out of work, there were 60 minutes before the sun goes down. All right. So by the time I started scooping, I think I was already working midnights because I was transitioning from days to midnights. So basically I was only working, I want to say I was only working 2 midnight shifts, which was 2 10s because I went down to part-time. It's a little muddy for me at this point, but I had to work every other weekend, which was Saturday, Sunday, Sunday into Monday, right? I would get off work at 7 a.m. But sometimes they would have you work, if it was your weekend on, you would work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you would have the rest of the time off. Or you would work, or you'd have the weekend off, and then you would work a day throughout the week. But when you have to work a midnight shift, basically the next day, like you're exhausted. You're so damn tired. At least I know I was. So I structured my business kind of around that. And I used to do my scoops on Monday and Tuesdays. Tuesdays mainly. That's why. My Tuesdays is really where I started. I built up my route on Tuesdays. And I had 12 customers for a while. And those were like my core 12. And I still service them. Most of them. And they're actually all still on my original pricing. And then I started servicing some people on Monday. I started servicing some people on Saturday. But it just got to be to the point where I'd work Saturday and Sunday into Monday. And then I would be scooping people like till noon, 1 o'clock on Monday. And I would be exhausted, delirious. But the thing is I wanted to get my business going. I had to make it happen. So it didn't matter how tired I was. I just figured it out. And because I worked midnights, I didn't have the issue with the sun going down. It was more or less like I had issues. I'm like waiting for the sun to come up so I could go out, do the scoops, and get it over and done with. And so I basically just built my schedule, my scooping schedule, around my U of M schedule. I finally got to the point where I had 50, 60, 70 customers, and I was exhausted, and I told my husband, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I got to figure something out. But I worked at the hospital for 14 years, and I was very nervous. You come to the point in your business where, like with me, I was making excellent money. I was making way more money than I was at the hospital, but the hospital gave me my health care. I had retirement. I had security. Like what's going to happen with this business? And I listen to a lot of people, and they're like, well, is your business going to be around? How do you know that your business isn't going to fall apart? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. All we can do is build a wonderful business and have faith in ourselves. And that's what I decided to go on. I had already had it in the back of my head that I wanted to quit. But it took some changing within the pharmacy to where I was very, very unhappy with what was going on there. I was unhappy with myself because I felt like I needed to do something different. I got to a point in my life where I'm like, I'm miserable going in here. It's never going to change. And so that's when I was just like, I got to do it. So I remember walking in on, I think, maybe like a Thursday. I looked at my boss. I said, we need to talk. And she's like, say it isn't so. I'm like, I'm going to put in my 2 months. And then I did that. And then my last day was December 4th of 2019, right before Rona and everything, which I can do a whole video on that. That was really stressful. I was like, oh my gosh, the whole world is shutting down in March. What's going to happen with my business? I just left my job, my career that I've been at for 14 years. And the whole world is shutting down right now. Holy crap. But I regrouped. I was like, okay, I'm not going back there because I done left. I already told everybody I wasn't coming back. Have a good day. So I'll be darned if I'm going to go back there because I look like an a-hole. So what did I do? Cut some expenses, and then I went and got a job delivering pizzas because I was like, okay, if my business is going to suffer, I'm going to replace that income. I was making like, I don't know, 20, 21 bucks an hour delivering pizzas. But guess what? My business didn't slow down. My business got busier, and it got busier, and it got busier. And then I told my friend, because my friend's the one that hired me, I was like, hey girl, I truly, truly appreciate this opportunity, but my business is too busy. I can't do it. It's too much. Thank you. Have a good day. And I quit. I think maybe she had me stay for like another week, and then I just left. And I'm like a firm believer. You got to, like, if you're a person of faith, you got to give the Lord something to bless. If I would have just sat at home and worried and not done anything, I really don't feel like my business would have kept succeeding as much as it did. But because I just didn't sit there, I went out with the mentality of like, okay, I already service this area. While I'm out here delivering pizzas, I'm going to scope out the areas. Then that way I can see these kind of neighborhoods, which might sound kind of creepy, but I can see what neighborhoods are close together, and then I can target those people in my marketing. And I did my thing. I stayed busy. I stayed positive. I networked. I gave the Lord something to bless, and so I'm a firm believer of why 2020 didn't tear me down. Okay, I just went on a whole rant there, so let me go through here. Okay. Money making G's in the house. Whoop, whoop. What's up, man? All right, congratulations on 1K. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, Sean, the headlamp. Wait, who was talking about Kelly? Yes, headlamps. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I have my headlamp. Hold on a second. I got it in my bedroom. I don't know why it's in here. Okay, I'm a liar. I have the case. I don't have the lamp. So the lamp, I don't know. I'll include a link in the description. But it's basically like one of those headlamps that go in your head. Mine has three lights. You can flash. I did a video with it, and I didn't put an epileptic warning on that, and some people got a little bit mad with me. I'm sorry. I didn't know, but I learned my lesson. But those lights are really, really cool for when you have to scoop in the dark. I personally use mine during spring cleans because I will work up until it's dark and then finish up that yard. But if it's already dark, I won't be going into somebody's yard. That scoop is going to be moved to the next day. But if I'm in a backyard and the sun's starting to come down on me, then I'll bust my lamp out. And it's really good for when you lose power, because here in Michigan, we lost power maybe 10 times over the summer. So cool. Loved every minute of it. Psych. How long did it take for you to build up your business to quit your day job? What is the population of the area you service? Retro Wilson. So I started my business in 17. I want to say August of 7. No, maybe I started in 18. I started my business in August of 18, and then I left the hospital December of 19. No, that doesn't sound right. It was either 17 or 18. I've been in business for 4 years. So what are we in? 21, 20, 19, 18. So yeah, 18. I built my business up pretty quick, and I'm going to tell you how I built this business up. I didn't shut up about it. I told everybody about my business. If I was standing in line somewhere, I don't know, anywhere. I'm the type of person, I like to talk to people. That's what I do. That's the reason why I started this YouTube channel, because I like to talk. And if I see somebody, this is how I start a conversation. I compliment them. I look, I'm like, oh, they got cute leggings, or oh, they got a cool hat. Compliment them. Then we start chatting. That's like my icebreaker. That's my way in. Small talk. And then I find out if they have a dog or something like that. And then somehow, some way, I pepper out there that I own a dog waste removal or I scoop dog poop. And then they're like, what? Tell me more. And I'll be like, yeah, basically, we go to residential homes. We remove the dog waste for the customer or the commercial property. They don't have to worry about it, and we fully take care of it. One person leads to another person. Another person leads to another person. And doing great customer service or providing great customer service, going above and beyond for your customers, people talk. And my business, which if any of you guys that heard my podcast, I posted this before and after picture as well. It was like dog poop, a lot of dog poop. And then an after, I posted that in a bunch of buy-sell trade groups. I got flagged in a couple of them. They banned me from posting. But that really kickstarted my business, and I had a very strong spring. And for those of you that don't know what the melt is, that's like my terminology for the springtime. We get a lot of snow here typically, or the ground freezes. People don't want to go out there and scoop dog poop. But then we get the melt February, the end of February, March into April. And people are like, holy crap. And that's when I start pushing out the ads. I'm posting on Google. I'm posting on Nextdoor. I'm posting on Facebook. I'm posting on Instagram. I'm running my Google ad. I don't run a lot of Google ads. Like, it's very minimal. I keep my my budget pretty low. But around like February and March, I double my Google budget. And I push that out in my specific area, my specific radius. And as for the population, I don't know how populated it is, but it's very populated. I don't live in a rural area. Like my neighbor across the street, when he's in his garage talking on his cell phone and I'm in my bedroom, I can hear his full conversation. So if that gives you like a visual of how close we are. A lot of houses. There's a lot of houses. Okay. Oh yes, I was very happy to get out of the hospital before COVID hit. I felt really bad for a lot of my coworkers. I felt very blessed. And that's another thing, is I felt like I was getting tugged on my heartstrings, and something was telling me to get out of there because a lot of people were going through a lot of tough times. Yeah, I only did the Pizza Hut thing for like, I don't know, maybe 2 months. It was fun. It was an experience. The only thing that I didn't like is I didn't like having to clean out the fryer in the water. So what happened was I had my big glasses on and I had to clean out the fryer because everybody's cross-trained. Everybody's cross-trained. And the fryer like splashed into the dirty dishwater and like splashed me in the face and all over my glasses. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I really enjoyed delivering the pizzas. That was fun for me. But anybody that worked at a pizza joint, it is so hectic. The phones are ringing. The beepers are going off. Somebody's at the counter. Somebody's hollering. And I was like, I'm not used to this. I'm used to getting in my truck, scooping my dog poop, listening to my podcast, answering my phone when it calls, and that's it. When I scoop my dog poop and I'm out there, it's like my me time. It's good for my mental health. And for any of you guys that do that, if it's good, like if you feel good when you're out there scooping this, you got the sunshine, make sure you use your sunblock. You got the fresh air. It's just, Okay, listen. Listen here, Donna. The headlamp in the bedroom. I don't know why it made its way up here. I'm not really too sure. I don't know. I got kids. Kids just, they throw stuff all over the place, but I don't know where the headlamp's at. It might be in my drawer over there, but it should be in my truck. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, always be selling yourself. But you have to believe in yourself more than anybody is going to believe in you. Because people, trust me, nobody will tell me to my face, but I have a really good friend that used to work at the hospital. She doesn't work there anymore. But she would tell me things. She'd be like, you know, they say you're crazy. Or, you know, they talk about you, but I believe in you, Erica. And I'm like, thinking to myself, why? Why are they talking about me? And it upset me and it bothered me, but I was like, you know, whatever. And then I would get called gross, or I would get called, what is it when you're not, like, respectful? Tacky, all sorts of things. But this is the thing. You just, I don't care. All I cared about was building my dreams, and I knew that poop scooping, as freaking crazy as it sounded, like, my whole heart was in it, and I knew this was going to be something that I was going to make epic. Because it's really all has to do with you as a business owner. How much are you into it? Are you going to go all in? Because if you're going to half-butt it, then you're going to have a half-butt business. But I want my business to be the best. The best. The best. A good friend of mine just started a trash can washing business. I never knew something like that existed. Fun fact, I had a couple call me from California that watches my YouTube channel, and I wish I would have wrote their information down, but I didn't. And they started a trash can business, which was crazy because 2 weeks prior, my husband and I were actually talking about it's like a sanitation business. There's a Facebook group that is dedicated for the trash can cleaning companies. Basically, you wash the trash cans, you sanitize them. You can also do a thing where you take out the trash for people and then you bring it back to their house. There is a market for it. There's a market for that. And the thing is a lot of the stuff, a lot of the service industry, once you get the basis of it all, like you figure out the customer service, you figure out how to route, you figure out how to invoice, you figure out how to communicate with your customers, you figure out how to get insurance and a payroll company and all the things, guess what? You can start business after business after business, become more wealthy, more educated, and just keep growing on it. You just have to get that base layer. And Jobber, which is the CRM that I use, can help you do that. Ooh, what's your favorite podcast? Oh, I'm on my phone right now, so I can't look at my podcast. Okay, this podcast right here is not educational by any means, but it's called Simply the Rich, I think. And then there's Fullerton Unfiltered, Small Town Dicks, Time Suck. If you're into history and you're into dark humor and comedy, Time Suck is epic. I started listening to this guy 5 years ago when he first started his podcast. It was so cringy, but that's what got me working through my midnight shifts, listening to his podcast. They're so good now. He has improved so much. So just watching his progression really gave me hope that, yeah, you suck when you start, but if you keep going, you build on it, you're going to be awesome one day. And that's how I felt about my YouTube videos. I was like, okay, these videos are crappy, but eventually they're going to get good. I'm still waiting for that to happen, but one day they'll get there. Okay, you feel great when you're mowing grass? Yeah. Oh, who is it? Is it Paul Jamison? Mowing that grass, making that cash. He's got a book. I actually just got that at L'Entrepreneur LAL 2020 that Brian Fullerton put on. You're sure that people thought you were nuts for leaving the hospital or career to scoop poop? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, part of me was thinking I was a little bit crazy too. I'm like, sometimes you just feel deep down inside that you know you need a change. I wasn't exactly sure what it was. I just knew that I needed to do something different. And I knew the poop scooping thing, I was going to give that a shot. And I just, it's hard for me to explain. I just knew that I needed to do it. And sometimes you just need to listen, like you need to listen to your inner voice. You have a headlamp in each door of my truck. I check the battery every month. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I've been called gross. I've had somebody not want to shake my hand. I remember we went out to the bar, and this guy introduced me to his girlfriend, and we were chatting, and then I said something about, like, scooping dog poop. And she's like, ew. You do what? And I was like, yeah, I scoop dog poop for a living. She didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. But this is the thing. Every time she wanted a drink, she had asked her boyfriend to buy it for her. I was buying my own drinks with my poop scooping money. So, girl, die. Got a little excited there. Garden of Eden Lawn Care. You just started your pooper scooper business. Yay! So, is it separate from your lawn care, or are you adding it in conjunction with your lawn care? Because I am kind of curious about that. So I got some big goals, you guys. I know I'm doing the YouTube thing, but I'm eventually going to do interviews where folks come on with me, and then we have like a split screen. We do an interview. I ask you questions because I don't know everything. I know what I know. And I would love to pick your guys' brains. And then maybe a podcast one day. Not too soon, but like eventually that's going to happen. It's a little bit down the road. I believe truly that you are building either your dreams or helping somebody else build theirs. Absolutely, Sean. And Sean can attest to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. He's been listening to that for a couple weeks, and we've been talking about it. So much information. Granted, it's not for pooper scoopers, but it's some solid information just about the service industry in general. Yeah, that's cool. Did you end up making it to LAL? My goal is to actually be a speaker there one day. Maybe it'll happen. I gotta do some work. Hey, we should plan to all meet in Vegas to share business ideas. Yeah, baby. I think that would be great. One day. I've never been to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. You'll be losing your hospital job in June due to the vaccination mandates, along with 18 other employees. I'm praying for my scooping business to make enough by then. All right, in June. So what do you got? You got June, July. You got 7.5 months. You got to hit the ground running. I don't know where you live, if you get snow or if it's warm all year round. Let me know like what your season's like, but you're capable of making really good money. What I would suggest is if you need health insurance, start looking for that now. I actually just did my health insurance. I went through Marketplace, and it's open enrollment right now. But if you are losing your health benefits, then you might be able to do like a thing to where it's like a like special situation to where you're able to get health insurance since you lost it from the hospital. But check out Marketplace. And I'll be transparent with you. We're a split household. I ended up getting the vaccine. My husband has not. The reason why I got the vaccine is around here at the time, you're not allowed to go into the hospitals if you're not vaccinated. And my father had a stroke last June, and my parents aren't married. So if something were to happen, I would be the one that would have to figure out what was going on. And I didn't want to not be able to go into the hospital. So I was kind of like, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? I was used to getting vaccines from the hospital, so it wasn't a big deal for me. So I went ahead and I got the vaccine. And as of right now, I'm alive. I haven't mutated, none of that stuff. All that stuff that's going around, but it's personal choice, whatever you want to do. It is what it is. People get pretty surprised when I'm like, yeah, we're a split household. The mandate has actually been stated by the Supreme Court. Is there money in the business during the winter months? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, this is the thing, is the kind of customers that you're going to attract usually in the winter, if you have like a harsh winter, are those customers that don't want to deal with the snow and they don't want to deal with the cold. You could pick up a lot of customers. I'm not going to say that you're going to pick up 150, 200 customers, but you might be able to pick up a handful of them. The way that I keep my customers on is I just let them know, like, hey, we scoop all year round, even through the winter. Through the winter, we scoop what we can see. Anything that we can't get, when there's a thaw, we get that. And in the springtime, when everything really thaws, we take care of everything for you. You don't get charged with a spring clean fee because you stayed on with us all winter. And they're like, oh, okay. Now, if they choose that they fall off, I say, okay, I understand. If you want to start back up in the spring, don't hesitate to reach out. But I do explain to them that the springtime is very busy for us, and our priority is taking care of the customers that stayed on with us. And if I'm able to put them in the schedule, I would love to. And then I let them know that they're going to have a spring clean fee, which is between $80 and $150. And in their brain, even though they'd technically be paying more through the winter, it's cheaper than, they pay $70, $60 one time instead of paying that 80 up to 150 at once. So they're like, oh, I might as well just stay on. So essentially, in the long run, I make more money through the winter, but it's less effort and less time that I'm spending on the property if I just go back and do a spring clean. It's up to them. I mean, obviously I want them to stay on because, one, I want to keep taking care of their properties because I don't want it to get all poopy, and I want them to stay on as a customer, and we want that revenue, especially now because I have employees. I want to make sure that they have their paychecks. $12,000 population with a few other decent-sized towns nearby. We get snow every year, unfortunately. That's okay. You just have to start marketing to people that don't want to freeze their butts off and pick up their dog poop outside. And look up some information about dog poop and rats. Look that up when you get a chance. You were making half of my hospital income until 1/3 of my customers paused for the winter time. Darn it. When they paused, did you send them some verbiage? Did you have any verbiage ready for them? That's when your salesmanship has to kick in, and it's your time to persuade them to stay with you. Obviously, you don't want to be too pushy, but All right, listen, I've been on here for 40 minutes. Let me go ahead and do this drawing real quick, and then I can go back to my other stuff. All right, so I think I explained this earlier before, but I'll do it one more time. I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I said that I was going to do a $100 Amazon gift card drawing. And there was 3 qualifications. 1, subscribe to my channel. 2, comment under the post. And 3, follow me on Instagram. I didn't realize that people didn't have Instagram. That was dumb on my part. So I'm sorry for that. Moving forward, I won't do that again. But I already, put the rules. So what I did was all the people that fell into the 3 categories are in here. And I'm going to draw it on live. I'm going to need I'm hoping that whomever wins gets in contact with me, because you need to email me. I'll put my email address. I will link it in the description after this video is done. And if they don't get in contact with me, we'll say within a week, then I will draw another name. shake it. Don't break it. It took your mama 9 months to make it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done here. Drum roll, please. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Melissa Ross. Yeah, girl. Melissa is so active here. I got the stickies together. My handwriting sucks. But it's Melissa Ross. I know she's going to see this. I'm actually going to put it down in the description as well. But you won. So get in contact with me and I will send you that Amazon gift card. Sweet. All right, Money Making G, have a good night. It was nice chatting with you. Okay, there's that. There is that. And there's one other thing I want to talk about before I start getting back on another tangent, which I like to do. And you guys, to be quite honest, this is another reason of why it's so hard for me sometimes to get videos up, because I just blah, 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 blah. And I have to edit all that crap out. Okay, so this is big for me, and I'm actually really excited, and I'm kind of nervous, but I'm super excited to tell you guys about this. So as you know, I've talked about Jobber. What is Jobber? If you are unaware or if you're new to this, hold on, let me pause. Big boy, mailman, I think it is. I'm going to answer that after I'm done with this. I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, so I use Jobber. Jobber is my CRM, which is a customer relations management software. This is what helps me keep my business organized. There are a lot of other CRMs out there. Jobber isn't specifically dedicated for pooper scoopers, but it is it's such a large platform. It has a variety of different options that if I wanted to expand my business into such like snow removal or something else, I'm able to do so. There is another company called Sweep and Go, and Sweep and Go is dedicated just for pooper scoopers. So if you're looking for something that's just for pooper scoopers, Sweep and Go might be a good option for you. It just wasn't for me because I knew that I'm not only going to have a poop scooping business. Y'all, I'm going to have several businesses, and they're going to be a lot of service-based businesses. Jobber is the one for me. I am now officially a Jobber brand ambassador. What? The crowd goes wild. I'm stoked about this. So what does that mean? What does that mean for you guys? What does this mean for me? It means a lot of good things for both of us. So before, I had a link that I put in my description that would give you 1 free month. Now, the link, if you click it and you decide to sign up, well, I got some notes over here. You will get your 14-day free trial, and then you also get 20% off your first 6 months after your 14 days. Jobber includes your invoicing, it includes your routing, customer communication. They have apps for your phone for Android and for an iPhone, because I have both. The phone I'm recording on is my iPhone, which is personal. Android is my business phone. They've provided me with a demo account. What does that mean? Well, the videos that I have made prior, I made those off of my personal account, and I was very limited because I couldn't show my customer information. Now, I have a complete account where I can create like dummy accounts, and I can show you guys all the things and remake those videos. So I will be doing that. I'm super excited. And what else? Hold on a second. Let me read this. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for that. And if you're unfamiliar, Jobber just helped me get my business in order. I'm actually a hot mess, you guys. I'm all over the place. It's hard to keep track. This helps me keep the business all together. Now, moving forward, anytime that I do post content about Jobber, it will be sponsored. So I will be including, the link. It's my custom link. If you click on it, I do get a credit for that. I do get a reimbursement of some sorts, depending on which option you pick. And then it will be sponsored content. So there'll be a hashtag that says ad and some other thing. But just know, I just want to let you guys know that anything I talk about on this channel is because I use it and I love it. And I've been using Jobber for like 2 years now. And I finally have felt comfortable enough to be like, hey, listen, I love you guys so much. I want to tell my audience about you. So there's that. I will be making an official video that's dedicated just for that. And then something else that's coming out in February. So stay tuned. If you have any questions about Jobber, let me know. Okay, I'm going to go back in the comments really quick. That's just the OSHA mandate. Unfortunately, CMS mandated has not been stayed. Hey, Kelly. You're awesome, too. I love it. All right, big boy. Vehicle. I started my business with a 2000 Chevy Cobalt 2-door. I put my supplies in the trunk because it had a big trunk. I put a hitch on the back of my car with a cargo trailer that was like, I don't know, 4 feet wide. I had my scooping bucket, I had my rake, and then I had a bucket that was like half the width of the back of the car, where it was like a Home Depot bucket that was bungeed down, and that's where I put my dog poop in. After that, I bought a small Ranger that was a manual. I learned how to drive a manual stick Ranger for my business. I quickly got rid of that because not interested. Bought another Ranger that had muffler issues, super loud, got rid of that. Then I upgraded to a 2014 Chevy Colorado, which I still have her. She's got like 250,000 miles on it, but she's still going strong. And then last year I bought a 2020 Colorado. I love the Colorados. So right now we're scooping out of trucks. But it's definitely possible for you to scoop out of a car. Say, for instance, you choose not to take the dog poop with you, because I am a full service. I take the dog poop with me. But there's other companies that don't take the dog poop, which is a great idea because you don't have to deal with that. Then you can work out of a very small vehicle. Not a problem. And then you don't have to deal with the dumping issues. They're really expensive. We have since created verbiage for the winter cancellation, so hopefully that will help. Okay, cool. Does it allow you to send mass texts and emails through the app? No, you can't bulk them through the app, but what you can do is there's a thing called MailChimp that's like a plugin. Obviously, it's extra money that you can link to Jobber to set that up. I haven't done that yet, but I do a lot of my communication via text message, which is really nice if I need to text them individually. But in the morning time, actually, let me take that back. You can set up reminders. They're not like emails, but say, for instance, in the morning time, everybody that's scheduled, I have everybody's scheduled for that day at 8 a.m. A email and text message goes out letting them know that it's their scoop day. Now, say, for instance, I have to cancel that day. I just change the message that says, like, due to heavy snow or due to lightning and thunder, today's service has been canceled, and that goes out to everybody. And you can schedule that for, I think, any time throughout the day. I just have mine set out at 8 a.m., but you can change the time, and you can change the verbiage inside of it. So, yeah, it's good. I love Jobber. To be quite honest, I'm using Jobber for more than just work. I've been putting my workouts in there, 6 a.m. to 7, working out. All of my tasks, all of the things I need to do throughout the day, I create those as tasks because I'm in Jobber multiple times a day. You guys, I know it's only been a week for me doing this, but I feel like a whole new person. I have gotten so much stuff done. So much stuff done. I'm like, holy crap. I'm so efficient right now, and I love it. Do you think the customers care that you take the poop? Do you think it's a deal breaker? No, Levi. It's all about how you pitch it. I mean, some customers want you to take it. Some don't. Some don't care. I just came into the business saying I was going to take it because everybody else that I talked to took it as well. Then I have a friend that is like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes from me. She owns a poop scooping business, and she doesn't take the poop at all. And she tells me about like, oh, I don't take the poop. I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't take the poop? I'm proud of her for making that happen. But there's a lot of my customers that would be a deal breaker. So you would just have to figure out like what's your ideal customer, what's your ideal client. Just wanted to congratulate you again on 1K subscribers in the giveaway. Well deserved, and you've inspired countless people to start their own scooping business. That's poop scooping for noobs. I appreciate you. And you guys, if you guys aren't following his channel, you should go over there and do it. He's got cool edits. Like he's way better at the whole video process thing than I am. I watch his videos and envy. I'm like, dang, he's got it together. Yes, big boy. You don't have to have a wrap. Like my first truck, I just have magnets. I ordered my first set of magnets from Vistaprint. They weren't the best, but I mean, they got the job done. I put those on my Cobalt. And then I found a local company that made larger magnets that were more crisp and clear. I want to say they're $45 a piece. But when you apply magnets to your vehicle, you need to make sure that the vehicle, the area that you're going to put it on, is nice and dry and it's clean. If it's cold out, you need to take those magnets and you need to warm them up on the dashboard and make sure they're warm and pliable. And when you apply them to your vehicle, it's completely secure. Because I'm telling you what, that magnet's going to fly off when you hit the freeway. It's out of here. It's happened to me. And if this happens, this is what you do. You take a picture of the other magnet and then you post it on social media and say, hey, listen, you guys, I own Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin business. I had these awesome magnets made for my vehicle, and unfortunately, I lost one of them. So if you happen to find it, please get in touch. And if it's like what happened with me, I got so many shares, people were sharing it left and right. Guess what? Somebody found my magnet. It was in the middle of Cherry Hill Road, and they were so happy and so proud that they found it for me, and they tagged my business and all the good stuff. And it was like this big thing on social media. So when I talk about marketing, I talk about getting creative and guerrilla marketing. Right there, that's guerrilla marketing. You just got to get clever. How much money did that cost me? It cost me $0. I find you can change up your service a little bit if you frame it as part of the service and take the waste with you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your business. You can change it as much as you want. When I started this business, I did it one way, but guess what? Like, I've grown and I've learned things. So I've changed. Have I lost people? Oh yeah. Have I gained people? Oh yeah. Like today, I sent out a holiday letter. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm shutting down. I'm shutting down for Thanksgiving and for the day after. So we're going to move our scoops ahead, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's a big deal. And then I'm shutting down Christmas Eve. That'll be the last day we scoop. And we're shutting down that whole week between New Year's. I sent the letter out to my customers. You want to know what? Out of all my customers, one person had pushback. It was like, I'll have to scoop my own poop because I have things going on. So we're off. We're off work. And my employee's getting a paid vacation too, by the way, in between that. He's getting a paid vacation. And I'm so grateful and I'm so happy that the business can provide that for him. So I'm so grateful. Yeah, Poop Scoop for Noobs. What's your name? What is your actual name, if you don't mind? And then eventually, I don't know if you heard, but I'm going to start doing video interviews. And if you would like, once I get this figured out, I would like for you to be one of my guests. I think it'd be fun to chat. And don't worry, there's a whole list of people that I'm going to invite because I love all you guys. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Right now, which let me start this off by saying I got rid of 3 service areas after spring. So I got rid of all of those customers. So to date here, I have 172 customers that we service here. And then I also have my Muskegon location, which has maybe 15. I'd have to look. I'm not too sure. But right now, it's good. It's manageable. Larry's pretty much working full time. I'm working part-time scooping. And I'm able to work on office stuff, and I'm able to do some other things. I need to get another person in for when spring rush happens, because spring rush is going to be crazy and I'm going to need help. But what my goal has been, my service area was big, right? It was 30 miles. Then I went down to 25 miles, got rid of these customers. And then I went down to 20, and now I'm down to a 15-mile radius. So yes, I had to lose some customers, but I gained new customers at a higher dollar amount and in a smaller service area. So we're able to service a lot more really quick. And as for marketing, I actually have not been doing a lot of marketing this year. I built my business very quick, right? And to be quite honest, like I had no business being a business because I really didn't know anything. All I know is I watched my father with his business, and I've seen a lot of things that he did wrong. So I was like, okay, I need to do the opposite of that. So this past year has been working on perfecting my jobber. It's been working on policies and procedures. It's been working on my communication. Working on my employee handbook and operations, orders of operations. So OOO. This stuff is very, very, very important to have, especially if you want to start growing your team. If you want to be a solo scooper and just keep it that way, I wouldn't say like it's not going to be as big of a deal to have that stuff. It's still important to have it. But if I want to grow and I want to do this, I got to make sure that everybody is on board and everybody knows what they're supposed to do and everybody knows their job title. And that's kind of what my goal is. How many cancellations per month? I don't know. It depends. Like sometimes none. Then sometimes I get 5 or 7. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick to my stomach. But I always ask them, okay, first, let me backtrack. They send the email, they text, say whatever. I say, hey, so-and-so, thank you for reaching out and letting me know you would like to cancel. I will make the adjustments on your schedule and to your billing. I want to thank you so much for the support that you have given KPS. We truly appreciate it. And then I say, if you don't mind me asking, the reason for cancellation, is it a personal issue or is it something that we didn't do satisfactory that we could have worked on? You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but if you do, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I just have to say, 8 times out of 10, somebody just says it's personal reasons, they're moving, you know, they want a different scoop day, but I can't give it to them. Or, you know, we didn't provide service and they just decided to not communicate with us, or they did communicate and they just decided that we weren't doing a good job. Because, I mean, I do get complaints. Everybody gets complaints. It's all about how I handle the complaints. I try to handle it right away. Within 24 hours, I get back to them. I try to rectify the situation. So, yeah, it varies. But I would say I've never gotten more than 10 cancellations in a month. And then when that happens, like when I get like 7 or 8, I'm freaking out, you know? I'm posting, I'm hustling. I have yard signs, so if there's a certain area that I really want to like network in, I ask my one customer, like, hey, can I put a yard sign? I lost like 5 accounts and I don't know what's going on. I talk to all my customers too, for the most part. I would say I haven't seen most of them. Like, I don't know what they look like. I couldn't pick them up like out of a lineup, but I talk to them all the time. So we like know each other. And when I ask them, I'm like, hey, can I put a yard sign in your yard? I had a lot more houses here, but you know, things have happened. They've dropped off and I'd really like to pick some customers up. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, of course, of course. because they don't want to risk you losing customers in that area and then you getting rid of that area because they love you and they want to keep you and they support you and they want to do whatever they can to help you. And there's some people that want to hide you because you're a dirty little secret. That's okay. All right, Anthony. You're also thinking about starting an interview series talking about other waste removal owners. So sign me up. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I'm a little nervous. I don't know how to interview people, but we can figure it out. I'm going to get my Canadian friend from Canada. I'm going to get her on too. She said she's down. All right, well, oh, I've been on here for 61 minutes. Holy smokes. All right, do you guys have any other questions or anything before I kind of get off of here? It's 9:25. It's kind of late. What time is it for you guys? Okay. You have 20 customers. Wait, you have like 20 of your customers that want me to take it, but the rest I leave it in their trash can. Yeah. That's cool, Sean. Okay. If people have questions and they want to ask you about it, and if you're willing to offer up some information, I'm sure they would appreciate it. Like, do you have verbiage? What do you say? You have that written in your policies and procedures, I imagine. How many accounts do I handle personally? I don't know. I'm not sure. I should know that stuff. On Mondays, I scoop like 19 houses. And then I have an HOA that's 17 stops. So I do that. Tuesdays, I have roughly 26 houses. 25, 26. Every other week. And then the following week, I have 20. Wednesday's very light for me. Wednesday's like between 8 and 10. Depending on every other week scoops. Thursday, I have around 20, I don't know, maybe 22, 23, up to 26, because I have some people that are every other week, and then some people that are just one time a week. And then Fridays, I don't scoop on Fridays, because that's my office day. That's where I'm getting everything caught up throughout the week that I wasn't able to get. And it gets dark here at like 4:35 when the winter hits. And then Larry works full-time. And that's been really good. It's been manageable. And if, say, for instance, he needs to take some time off, he needs to take the week off, he needs to take a day off, I'm able to handle all of those. Because realistically, I could scoop all these houses by myself. Like, I could do everything alone. But I have it set up to where he's working, I'm still making money, he's making money. I'm able to go do my thing and work on the business, do my YouTube thing, be a wife, do all the stuff that I want to do and still run my business. But I'm not freaking out if he has to call in or he needs to take a day off. Because I like everything to be consistent. And that's one fear that I have when I grow this business is I won't have the control that I have because I have a lot of control. And I don't know if I'm a control freak. Maybe I am. I like things done a certain way. I really do. Because it helps with my anxiety. It keeps things smooth sailing. I don't know where I was going with that. But once I start growing and I have more people on staff, things are going to change. And that's why I have to really work on being a leader because I want to be the strongest, best leader I possibly can be. I want to make sure that my people are happy. I'm educating them. When they come to work, even though we're scooping dog poop, it's a place, a desired place of employment. Because there's a lot of places out there that are crappy and they treat their employees like crap. And I want big things, you guys. I want an office, a KPS office. I want my own dumpster. I want a coffee pot. I want a company refrigerator. I want to have a room where we have all of our chairs and we can have meetings and we can chat and we can congregate in the morning and it's just like a community. That's what I eventually want one day. To where when somebody wakes up in the morning, they're not like, all right, I have to like gear myself up to go into this place. I don't want somebody to think that way. Some days it won't be rainbows and butterflies, but I want the majority of the days for them to be proud and be like, I work for this amazing company. The owner is good. She's good people and she takes good care of us. And they rave about us and they attract other like-minded individuals and they attract other people that are going to bring this business up because I can't do it all on my own. And I will tell you what, the staff that I have right now helps make KPS what it is. It truly does. And I couldn't be any more grateful. I feel very, very blessed for the people that I have with me right now. Man, good people. I want to cry thinking about it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the info. It gives you the courage I need. Yes, just start it because you don't know if you don't try. And this is going to sound kind of weird. You don't know what you don't know until you know. I didn't know anything. I started my business with this like little laptop, some paper, like a notebook, sitting on my couch, typing everything up, doing some research. And that's another reason why I started this YouTube channel, you guys. There wasn't a lot of information. There was a couple people. There was a couple people online that I've seen. I found, if you guys haven't seen this or aren't a part of this yet, I do believe you have to have a business, though, to enter this group, but it's Pet Waste Removal Technicians on Facebook. The leader of the group, his name is Mike. Great people. He's based out of Arizona. There's a lot of good people in that group. They have a lot of different information. They have a lot of different viewpoints from all over the world, over in Canada, in the UK, and it's a good place to build community. Check that out. You can also check out APAWS. And just start doing your research and just start. Try something out. If it doesn't work, try something else out. But what I will say is, when you're first getting started, things that are very important is if you choose a business name and you start marketing that, you need to make sure that that business name is available to you because you don't want to start building your brand on a name that isn't available to you. Whatever supplies you decide to use, whatever it may be, just make sure that you're sanitizing your equipment between houses, okay? And when you leave a yard and they have a gate, you close the gate. You check it once and you check it twice, all right? You don't ever want a dog to be let out. It's happened to me once. It was awful. It was. I felt like such a loser. I felt this big. Julie, is it Juliana? I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. All right, you guys. I could chat all day, but I think that's about it. I'm actually going to go to sleep. 5:30 comes very, very early because, you know, I'm hitting the gym, working on my gains. Just trying to pull my life together one day at a time. And this is the last little bit of thing, like information that I'll leave for you guys. The change starts with you. You can't rely on somebody else to make the change with you or be there with you. In entrepreneurship, it can be very lonely. And I'm married. I have, I have 3 stepkids and I have my dog. My husband works. He has a job. And even though we're together and we do a lot of stuff together, sometimes when I go to work, I go and scoop, and I come home and the family is doing other things and they're hanging out and having a good time, I still have business stuff that I have to work on. And I get kind of upset. I get upset because I get a little bit jealous, but I have to understand that I'm building my dreams. And if I were to just wake up a little bit earlier and I would take care of that stuff earlier in the day, I can spend more time with my family. So it's all about creating that healthy balance, because you can have your business, you can hang out with your friends, you can spend time with your family, and you can spend time on yourself. It all depends on how you want to create your plate, how you want to ration it. So what I did was, when I wake up in the morning, my first thing that I started doing was making my bed every single morning. It sounds so stupid, but I make my bed every single morning. And if my husband's still laying in that bed, I have one of those mechanical beds that move forward. I hit the buttons and it pushes him up, and then I fold the feet really slow and I just kind of stare at him, and then he gets out of bed so I can make it. He supports me that way. But I'm like, dude, you gotta get out of bed. I gotta make this bed, and you can't stop me from achieving my goals. Time to wake up, fool! I'm a joy. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Oh, the winner. The winner was Melissa. The winner for the $100 Amazon gift card was Melissa Ross. I'll link that below. I'll also put my jobber link below. There's going to be a proper video coming out about that, but I have to record it, submit it, get it approved, and then send it out to you all. And that's that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this wonderful Friday night. Go out there and build your dreams. And I'll talk to you guys soon.